for every one of you who's struggling to speak good English, for all of you who say that you are not able to speak English at all, and all of you who feel that you want to improve your English and go to a higher level of English. Here is a video where I tell you how to easily and happily practice your English. Whatever you do should give you joy. It should give you happiness. Therefore, don't take English as a difficult task. Don't feel that I can never learn English. Many questions come to me. Will I ever learn English? Will I ever speak English? Don't be like that. Start doing these things which I tell you in this video. Already many videos on speaking are there. Watch those also, but concentrate only on this when you are watching this video. Practice regularly. The first point which I want to mention is that you must make it a habit whenever a thought comes to your mind to speak about it loudly in English, even if it is only to yourself. Suppose you have nobody who wants to listen to you. Don't worry, we have ourselves. We can always speak to ourselves. So think of whatever is there in your mind at present. Are you remembering something which you did in the past, yesterday, or a week back, or many years back, your memory of childhood? Then that thought comes to your mind. When you see something, you remember, oh, this is exactly what my grandmother used to make for us. Then you have a memory. It has come to you in your own language. Put it now into English. In one session of, live participants, I told them to talk about a festival. Nobody wrote more than 2 or 3 sentences in their comment. I don't want you to do that. Now, if you think of something, think of that in at least 10 sentences. I will tell you something as an example. When we were young, my grandmother, although she was not educated or any such thing, she was a very active person. And she taught us how to fly kites. They say that, women are very docile, but she was not like that. She knew how to fly a kite. And she was quite old then, but she taught us how to fly a kite. She used to tell us how to burst crackers during Diwali. Other children were all frightened. So my grandmother would gather all our friends. Then she would tell us how to be careful of the fire and how to enjoy ourselves. Sometimes we had programs in our colony where people would act some play or the other. It was my grandmother who would go and take seats and keep seats for all of us so that we could see the play and enjoy ourselves. She taught us many things. So you can see, I'm talking about the past. I'm talking about my childhood, which is 50 years back. So when we remember these things, you will notice that I used only past tense. And I gave you an example of everything that happened long back and with many sentences. Now each of you who's watching the video, start thinking. Is there any thought about the past in your mind? Yes, last week all our friends went for a movie. Now tell me about that movie or about your outing with friends In English, minimum 10 sentences. That is the first point. Our mind is full of memories. Can't you use those? You don't need ideas from outside all the time. Very often in your interview, they will ask you, can you give an example of your past when you were a great leader? Can you give an example when you resolved a conflict? You solved some fight? Now you have to recollect the past. You have to use the past tense. Give some 10, 20 sentences so that the interviewer is convinced, yes, I'm the eldest in my family, so I'm a born leader. You know, the younger brothers and sisters always follow the eldest. Whatever you do, you should do correct. You should not make mistakes. Then the younger children will also learn those things. If you lead them to do what is right, if you keep them engaged, if you see that all of them together form a good team and you have a wonderful life at home, then you are a leader. You can describe all this when you are going for an interview. Many of you say, tell us about an interview. I will make a video on interview, but these are the kind of questions. You say, one day I went to school as a student. I found two of my friends were fighting with each other. They were pulling their hair. They were hitting each other. Then I said, why are you fighting? Can you tell me? Stop for a minute and tell me. Then you listen to both their stories. He has eaten my lunch, or she has taken away my book. Then you sit with them and talk to them about it. This will be a very good answer to give in an interview. So what are you doing? You're practicing. Before you go to that interview where you might be asked this question, you can practice on your own. That is the first point I told you. That, if you think of your memories, if you talk about your memories, at least 10 sentences today. After a week, think of another memory and speak 20 sentences. After another week, speak 50 sentences. Soon you will be ready to speak to others and you will be ready to give a lecture in a big hall full of people because you have so many good memories which you want to share with everyone. Now see how we are improving just with this one practice. Now let us move on to the second practice which you can do. So the second practice is you have a lot of work which you do now at present. So you need to think about that. I have given you many videos on habitual action. Habitual action means habit, what we do all the time. Suppose you are working, then you can describe your job as present. I'm a teacher. I go to school or I go to college every morning. I teach 3 or 4 classes per day. Then at the end of the month, I give tests. Sometimes the tests are written tests. Sometimes they are oral tests. Some students perform well in the test. Those who don't perform well, I give them extra help. See, I'm talking about my own profession. In the present tense. Did you see all sentences I have used are the present tense? Suppose you're a software engineer, which many of you are. Then you talk about your job. You say, what do you do? Every day you have some routine. So you say that I'm a software engineer. I work in such and such a firm. These are the projects in which I'm involved. This is my specialization, so I'm the team leader of this group. In my group, these are the people and each of them does this work. Or we have a group leader and I'm one of the members of the group. In this way, start, as I told you with the memory, start with 10 sentences. Not one sentence. Who are you? I'm a software engineer. Not enough. Who are you? I'm a doctor, or I'm an MBA. That is not good enough. You need to give at least 10 sentences, even if it is difficult. Now, suppose it is very difficult. What you can do is you can think of the idea in your mother tongue, then make the entire idea into English. Start practicing to think in English. When an idea comes, one idea, I said about my grandmother, about my job, about my profession. One idea in your mother tongue, no problem. Now 10 sentences should come to you in your brain, in your mind, in English. Once they come to you, you want to organize them well, then write them down. A good way of practicing to speak is to have a script first. First few days, you can read from that script. Stand in front of a camera or stand in front of the mirror and read what you have written. First day you read. I told you 1 week, 10 sentences. Second week, 20 sentences. Now, why did I pace it? For 7 days, if you practice that 10 sentence pattern, you will not need the paper at all. I can guarantee you that you don't need a paper anymore. But if you try to improve too fast, you want today 10 sentences, tomorrow 50 sentences, then you will see that you are hesitating. You forget your ideas. You give long pauses. You don't think because your thoughts are not coming spontaneously. There are videos on speaking fluently, speaking accurately, speaking spontaneously. Those videos are called Easy English. There is a playlist, Learn English Easily. That playlist, if you go, you will find all these. There also I've given you many suggestions. If you follow them, you will find that you are practicing well and you are improving very well. Now the third point, there are only 3 exercises, 3 points in this video. And this is the third point. As human beings, we always make plans. You know that we do that. We keep making plans. The reason we make plans is because although we don't know what is going to happen in the next minute, unless we plan ahead, we cannot live life. So your third exercise is your plan. Think of a plan which you have made. You can say that during the festival, I'm going to invite all my friends to the house. I'm going to decorate the house. I'm going to future. Or you can say I will. I will decorate the house. I will invite all my friends. I will give them a good dinner after we have the celebrations, after we have the puja or whatever you do in the festival. I will buy new clothes for everybody in the family. I will see that the children have different entertainment and the older guests have a different entertainment. I will try to give them some gift since they have come to my house. A small gift, you can give a small candle, or you can give a small purse, or you can give a small coin. It's not the price or the huge quantity of the gift that is important. It is the affection with which you give. So, to show them that they are important, I will treat them very nicely. I will see how many of them come when I invite them. I will know what exactly we have to do in a festival if I plan with my family and with my close friends. In this way, you can talk about a plan which you have. Suppose you have a plan to travel. So you say, next month, I plan to travel to Kerala. Kerala is a very beautiful place. I have recently visited. So much greenery is there. So now you make the plan. You say, a group of our friends will go together to Kerala. Will go future. We will start on the 15th of October and we will get back on the 25th of October. We will travel by a train up to a point. Then we shall take some boat. Kerala is full of water bodies, backwaters, so beautiful. We shall book in a resort and spend time there. We shall visit as many beaches as we can. We shall see the beauty of the tall mountains and the tall trees. We shall go to the tea plantations. Now you see, you have all plans. Each of these plans you are explaining, you are using for your practice. So whatever, if it's a real plan or not a real plan, it doesn't matter. Make some plan. If you have a plan for next week, make that plan. In this way, you go ahead. So what I told you in this video is important. That either you take a memory or you take your present occupation or you take your future plan. Start by speaking 10 sentences. Now let me remind you again and again and again, don't worry about mistakes. If you cannot frame sentences, go to my videos where you have how to make a sentence. Once you do that, you will find that you are benefiting immensely. Then, after watching this video, after practicing for some time, come back to the video and comment by saying, we practice these 3 exercises. Memory, present occupation and future plan. We started with 10 sentences, now we are able to speak for a few minutes. When I get a comment like that, I get a feedback, I know that you are benefiting. So please begin your practice today. This you can do anywhere. You're waiting at the bus stop, you think of 10 sentences. What is happening around you? I see that no bus is coming. The shops have not opened yet. Present tense. There are many people at the bus stop today. A car went by, but it went at a great speed. I hope that some friend will see me and give me a lift. In this way, what you're seeing, you can describe as what is happening in the present. Once you do that, you benefit. But unless you practice, you don't benefit. So don't only listen, but do what I'm telling you to do. Thank you and all the best.